welcome. I'm so excited for you to join me for this video today. I'm Erica Ziel, creator of Knocked Up Fitness, and we have some super exciting stuff coming out for you very shortly, especially once you're in the postpartum phase and beyond. And so I included the link above, so be sure to sign up. I have some more amazing information to help you start to improve your core strength, help to start to heal abdominal separation, because you can do so much to help to repair. And that's exactly what I'm here to help share with you today. So I want to get you started and show you one of my absolute favorite exercises that I teach all of my postpartum mamas like first thing. This is like the first actual exercise that I love to teach because it is so effective and it's super safe with diastasis recti. So if that's a concern for you, don't let it be, because everything that I teach, I really try to make it as core safe as possible, because I want you to know that I'm here for you, number one, to help to share with you that there is so much that you can do to re-strengthen your core so that you feel better, so that you feel more confident. And I remember, I've been there. I have 3 little ones myself, so I know what it's like to go through pregnancy and recovery postpartum, and it's definitely not easy, especially as you have more children, right? So anyway, join me here. I want to show you my hip rolls. Again, it might seem like a super simple exercise, but when you really listen to the cueing that I give you, it can absolutely change the way that you do the exercise, and not only this exercise, but other exercises too. So there's so much to say, and not just moving our bodies, but moving them very effectively and efficiently and with our core, right? So there's so much we can do to start to rehab and repair our core with some really simple things. So follow me here. I'm gonna scoot on back. So anytime, regardless whether you have abdominal separation or not, we want to think about lightly connecting, zipping up from that pelvic floor, low belly, lengthening tall, so that our core is already on. Again, doesn't matter if you have separation or not, but it's the first step. Because even if you don't have any abdominal separation, but postpartum, abs are a little weak, core is a little weak, and I actually find that there's so much progress that can be made on a lot of women who think that they have been working their abs. We're still missing the deep core part of it, okay? So follow me on these, connect your deep core. And when we go to our side, so again, if you're newly postpartum or you're working to heal your abdominals, the separation, I want you to connect. We're gonna go on our side and then to our back, because it's such a safer way, especially when we're going through that initial process to start to heal and start to get our connective tissue to fire and get our core stronger. We don't wanna do things that stress our abdominals, okay? So you're gonna go from your side, and then we're gonna lay on our back. So with our feet about hip width apart, I want you to find a nice neutral pelvis and relax your hips. So when you're in a neutral pelvic position, you'll envision as though you could set like a water glass right here on your pelvis, okay? Postpartum, we tend to get a lot of tucked, where it's easy to let your low back press in to our mat. And we want to work towards going more neutral so that we can find a better deep core connection, okay? And of course, there's always the rib cage, and there's so much more to it, but I just really want to focus on this one exercise right now for you today. And we're going to go in a lot more in the next coming weeks. I've got a lot of great stuff coming out for you. So to start with, I want you to relax your hips. Sometimes it helps if you tactile and be like, okay, hips, tell them to relax. Those hips get really tight. Pregnancy, yes, sitting, all the just not appropriate, sitting, that we do way too much sitting, right? But it's something that we can definitely work on. So I want you to take a nice deep breath. You can close your eyes, you can watch me, or you can re-listen to this one as many times as you want. But I do encourage you to try doing it from time to time with your eyes closed, so you can really think about the cueing that I'm telling you to do, the core connections that you're trying to make happen. And I also encourage you, if you don't feel them right away, that in time they will come, okay? So deep breath. I want you to think about breathing out into your sides and into your back and letting your pelvic floor just completely relax. And then on your exhale, I want you to think about lightly zipping up pelvic floor, lower belly, and allowing your pelvis to tilt just a little bit to get your core to fire. So I'm gonna move my arms up so you can see. You keep your arms here, but I'm just gonna show you so they're not in the way of my back. So then on your inhale, I want you to just let your pelvis tilt back up. And then on your exhale, think pelvic floor, lower belly, zip and lengthen lightly. And then inhale to go back. So it's really small, but it's a really effective movement just to start to do these nice, easy pelvic tilts. And then I'm going to take you up into those full hip rolls, okay? So on the next one, it's exhale, little pelvic tilt. Keep going. Glutes are completely relaxed here. We're not gripping with our glutes. And then it's nice and slow. Then our glutes have to work to start to lift our hips up. And I want you to articulate your spine. Slowly going up, lengthening tall through the top of your head, feeling a light wrapping around your ribs and opening of those hips, right? This is what gets really tight. And even if you don't feel all these things I'm saying, again, that's okay. It will come. So inhale, breathing out while you hold. And then exhale, lead with your ribs. Feel your abs holding you and controlling you on the way down. Really trying to open up your mid-back, which can get really tight from pregnancy. Trying to articulate, which means letting one vertebrae at a time touch the mat, going all the way through till you're in a nice neutral pelvis position again, keeping your core lightly on. And then I'm gonna have you do it a couple more times. So exhale, zip up, think pelvic floor, lower belly. Then as your low back starts to touch the mat, your glutes start to fire, hamstrings, nice and slow, articulating, rolling all the way up, lengthening tall through the top of your head. Inhale, hold, and then exhale, sink your ribs. Slowly roll down. Think about your abdominals doing a good amount of work. It doesn't feel extremely hard on them, but you should feel them working. Let's do it again. Exhale, zip up. Slowly articulate. Inhale, hold at the top, and then exhale. So with each rep you're doing, trying to get a little bit more core connection, start to feel a little bit more movement in your back, because it's really common, right? You guys may know these as bridging, where I'm gonna show you real quick, where you just go straight up, right? So booty down, and then it's just like the booty lifts, which are a good exercise, especially for the glutes and hamstrings. But after pregnancy, if we just do that, it's really easy to let like that dipping happen. And then we start to feel so much pressure in our back because we can't even get our abs to fire here, okay? So I want you to think about this articulation. Try to open up your mid-back and then lengthen. So exhale, zip up, lengthen all the way up. Inhale to hold. And then exhale, nice and slow. Lower down, articulating your spine. So hopefully you feel a little bit of core connection here. Keep those abs lightly on. Then to get up, I want you to roll to your side so that you're not putting as much stress on your abdominals. So revisit this video. I really, really highly recommend. Check out even more from me at nactafitness.com/core. So I put the link above. I'll make post in the comments as well. And if you have any questions at all, please, please, please ask. I'm really on a mission to help to empower you to realize that there is so much that we can be doing, again, to not only heal abdominal separation, but to help with, pelvic floor, deep core dysfunction essentially. And even what I'm doing is helping moms who have experienced prolapse to help to decrease those symptoms and just to help you feel so much better, right? Our body goes through so much through pregnancy that we shouldn't have to let that affect us for our entire life, right? So the sooner you can start doing this stuff, the better off that your body will be in the long term. Be sure to always talk to your doctor, of course, especially if you're newly postpartum, for what you can and cannot do right away postpartum. And then again, of course, once your doctor gives you the green light and says, okay, you can start exercising, I highly recommend that you really dive in deep and learn about your deep core, which is, again, something that I've got a really awesome program coming up for you, and I've got some great information. So be sure to check it out and, post your questions. I'm going to do my best to answer as many as I can, and we've got some more great live videos coming up for you in the coming weeks. So have a wonderful week.